Hello, friend. Today I'm gonna bring you the process of how to get the device registered in Intune with the utilization of autopilot. And uh, basically, this is a process that I have done previously, and you will find a device here, but I'm doing it again on a different device to give you just to give you a gist and to give you an understanding how to do that. Um, Remember, if I in a big corporate and I'm working with like in a company like IBM, Dell, and such, they actually have the abilities to import or migrate the device ID to Azure. Rather, I'm as an IT um, sysadmin or IT or analyst doing this kind of work in here. I mean, those companies they have the abilities to upload the device ID to the Azure, environment, as long as you let them know, of course, the domain name you're working with. But you can do it yourself. Maybe you don't want to doing it, or you have devices that have not done or registered with these companies. They did not, uh, they forgot or did not do it. So you will do it yourself here. So right now I'm in Microsoft Intune Admin Center, which is that's what it's called right now. We're gonna go to devices and then enroll devices, and you will see here Windows Autopilot deployment programs, and then you can click on devices. And as I mentioned earlier, I have to have previously an added Hyper-V virtual machine. Matter of fact, yes, you can add a virtual machine. Device ID can get serial number of the virtual machine also beside the physical device in this case, which is that's the beauty of it, which I added in the previous process that I've performed here, and now I will do it with another virtual machines, and this one is through Microsoft Virtual Machine. I'm hoping it will work. Same as in Hyper-V, which is that's what I've done. I mean, virtual machine or virtual machines in here is either Hyper-V or it's going to be on Azure, VM or Hyper-V. I believe it's a similar one. We're gonna go ahead and try it. So that's where I'm going to collect the device ID after gonna do the import of CSV file. And the question is how I'm gonna do that. So we're gonna go online here on Google um, or Bing or any search engine that can help you in here. And we're gonna go ahead and type get dash Windows autopilot info. And actually, is a command here. Um, I believe is this one. I'm gonna just look at these things here. And this is the command, but basically, there is an article that I'd like you to read, and I would like to point out to it is manually register devices with the Windows Autopilot. And as you can see here, this is very good to read, and I suggest you to read that. And that's the part we're gonna get actually in here. This is the part of we're gonna be utilizing. And basically, if we go ahead and click on on this part here. Um, of course, we're not going to do it through configuration manager. We're working on the PowerShell, and that's what is going to take us to the previous part, as I mentioned to you. So basically, get the autopilot info. This is the script we're gonna need to run, and also I will. This is a manual, and then and also I'll try to do and show you in a different lesson how to do it remotely also. Uh, first thing first on this kind of process, we have to run the open the terminal PowerShell and run it as an admin. Okay, so this is on my own PC, and what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna run it on the actual VM. Matter of fact, and here, that's what I needed to do it. As you can see, I ran it on France. I ran it on my own computer, but rather I should have done it on the um, actual VM that we need to import the device ID from this VM to the Azure in here. So so looking at VM, the first thing we need to get is we need to see if there's any restrictions um, on the execution policy. Usually, the restriction is very important. You need to prevent hacking, and that's why most of the VMs or any computers has a restrictions running on PowerShell here. So we can get to see if I have typed it here, and it says get. I tried to get the execution policy, and it says unrestricted. So if it was restricted, then we're gonna type get execution policy dash execution policy, and then we're gonna type dash um, unrestricted to have it unrestricted here. But it looked like I did some work on this VM, and I did unrestricted already in here. Okay, so we're gonna get to the script that it's going to install the latest required version, and then we're gonna click here and copy that, and then go ahead and paste it here and enter, and it's gonna start installing the environment. You have to we're gonna go ahead and accept that by saying yes. And as you can see here, and it's going to start importing module and installing the required. There's something called NuGet. As you can see, read this. NuGet is based repository. It's part of Microsoft, and it's nothing to worry about. We're going to go ahead and say yes to that and install that part in here successfully. And it's going to say is untrusted repository. This is part of Microsoft, which I really do trust that, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm gonna go ahead and say yes to that also. And as you can see, it did install uh, the the right module of getting the Windows Autopilot info in here. You can see. So now I'm ready to run the command to get device ID. But before I'm gonna create a folder slash on a C drive here. Okay, the folder I'm creating is mkdir. Or we're gonna folder we're gonna call it ID mkdir. Okay, we'll check here. It's right here. Good. Okay, and now um, we're gonna I'm gonna go ahead and get the device ID by typing the following commands right here. Now you can get that in, information um, by typing okay, that PS1. Uh, Now you can get this information for other computer online by typing the computer um, name, and this is the catch. If you do it online, the computer must be connected actually to the domain in here. You cannot go ahead and do that while it's not connected. It must be like it's on the same network, matter of fact, not connected, I mean the same network. So in my case, what I'm doing here, we're gonna go ahead and get it physically from this virtual machine. So gonna get, as you can see, Windows Autopilot that PS1 and, you have the rest of the information here. I was explaining that, and that has to be a PowerShell. I put files, as you can see, and then here, remember I created a folder, which is C colon backslash ID. I'm gonna go backslash device ID, and it's going to be on a format of Excel that CSV. Then that's what Microsoft required actually. So go ahead and double check the information again. Um, get Windows Auto Pilot info dot ps1 dash output file space C colon backslash ID backslash device ID dot dot CSV. Um, and as you can see here, we're gonna press enter, and it did work. Get the serial number, as you can see, for the VM in here. And if we open, after we done this, if we open the File Explorer, and we go to the folder we created, and this is the file right here. And if you go ahead and try to open If you, assuming you don't have an Excel right now, as myself, because this is a trial VM that I have it under Microsoft. So we're gonna go open with Notepad, and as you can see, everything looks here, and that's the serial number for or hardware hash ID. It's right here, and this is the serial number for it, and that's what we're gonna need to import. And as you can see, this is the file in here, CSV. And what we're gonna do next is, again, we're gonna upload this to an Azure portal, which I have to have happen. I have it here, and that's gonna go to basically to Microsoft Intune Admin Center to devices, as I showed you previously. Um, so basically, what I'm gonna do here, click on devices, and then enroll devices, and then we're gonna go to this devices here. And as I mentioned, this is an old one that I have imported from the Hyper-V, and I'm gonna do a new import right now from the import the file that I uploaded or I downloaded. Matter of fact, um, now if you had a lot of files, this is what you need to do in here. So I'm gonna open the File Explorer, and basically I'm gonna look under the PC and their ID, and this is the file that I need to import. And as you can see, it was row formatted successfully, one correct. And then I'm gonna go ahead and import that to Azure. So this is the way uh, what I'm doing here. I'm uploading the device ID manually, and eventually I will show you how to do it online also. But either I have to remove this one, or I have to create a new VM. And down the road also I'll show you how to import for an Android device. Matter of fact, a phone in here also. So this is gonna take some time to upload in here, and I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video and come back and forth until this is gonna be uploaded here. And again, one device was imported successfully, and that's what I have seen the message in here. We can always refresh, as you can see. Um, this is the one we had previously added there, and this is the new one. It says, you can see right here, it says not assigned, and um, and as always, you can compare that with the actual CSV file that you have. As you can see, this is the device ID or a serial number, as you can see was uploaded right here, and it says not signed. And again, right now I'm not configuring the out-of-box experience yet. It's going to be a different video, or we'll try to redo that. Gonna see if is this time allow, and I don't want to have a lengthy video, and that sometimes it will have make the class more desirable to watch in here. So friends, after I imported the device ID, we call it the hash here. Gonna try to now do the out of the box experience for you, and as you can see, we're still on the um, same um, same VM that I have, and the one I collected the device ID or serial number from. Um, and as you can see here, I have the deployment um, profile that I created and I showed you on the previous class. It's right here. One signed group, signed devices is two is the previous one that I created, as you can remember in here, and this is the one I just created. And as you can see, they're listed in here. And what I'm gonna do now is initiate the out of the box experience for you so you can take a look at how I'm gonna be performing that. So right now I'm gonna right click here and click on run. I'm gonna trigger the sys prep on this machine, so you will see how it's gonna be performed in here. And as you can see, I'll leave everything as is. Shutdown options gonna ask for reboot, enter system about out of the box experience. As you can see here, I'm gonna go ahead and click OK. So this is gonna start doing the preparations, and it's going OK. So basically, right now I have to go ahead and start the VM's actual VM itself, which actually stopped. And that's one of the things I was trying to explain. This is because it's basically um, a virtual machine through Microsoft um, uh, portal, not a Hyper-V. It may need to have a different procedure, um, a different process. But as of now, I'm trying to do it uh, with you guys, and hopefully it will be working. Let's find out. And it's look like still in the process of rebooting, and we'll see. I will try to do it after this, and we'll see how it's going to progress. Okay, friend. So out of box experience, it was initiated. Now it came up to the to enter the Microsoft account, as you can see here, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So folks, now it came up to where I have to enter my Microsoft account, and I have a dedicated one. Let me see if I can get it in here. Okay, I'm just gonna double check that I wrote it down. Right. Gonna go ahead and enter a password. Okay, I will. Let's go ask me later. All right, folks, as you can see, this is the process I was talking that it's going to go and start initiating the device and prepping it and add it to the autopilot or intune process. As you can see, this is the procedure, and this process sometime it will take. I've seen it 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video on and come back and forth with you while is initiating. As you can see here what is it doing in details and how many steps has been completed and such. But in general, I would leave it to do the provisionings right here. And as you can see, friends, the first step was completed, device preparations and device setup was completed. Now it's going to the final stage here, and it's basically rebooted. Okay, and as you can see, the computer name here when I go to under devices and Windows, and you're gonna see it here. This is the old one that I have mentioned to you, and this is the current one. This is the computer name, and still not evaluated, and this is gonna go through the provisioning process right now, and it was assigned and logged in by me, which is the username I used, and I'm gonna go ahead and it's been rebooted right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and start it again, and I'll show you the rest of the process. And I did reboot the computer right now. Um, so, and it's gonna start on evaluation and the compliance process right now. And as you can see, if I go here to settings, type here work, school, says, as you can see, it's connected to the my Azure Active Directory account, as you can see here, which is that's what I need. So as I showed you, friends, this is the process of adding device ID to Azure and the procedure and doing the out-of-the-box experience and syspreps. Right now, I've seen it taking some time. So it says here not evaluated. I've seen it sometime to be going through a process of compliance. I'm not worried about that because I know everything that's in here, as you can see, um, under under enrollment devices, and I know it's right here, and it's been assigned. As you can see, this is a previous one, and this is the current one, which that's good. And um, also was added to active directories, as you can see is here. And again, it's in the process of getting compliant, which is that's very good. And this is it's been registered properly. So folks, this is what I have for today. The procedure of adding device or ID, even a virtual machine. Matter of fact, and virtual machine is not only on the Hyper-V. Matter of fact, it was on Azure Portal VMs, which I'd managed to add it to Azure Portal Intune in here. And as you can see, it was not here, but I managed to add it eventually. And this is the computer name, as you guys see. Um, so again, friends, I want to thank you for your support. And as always, if you're interested about these videos, please don't forget to subscribe and like. If you have any questions and comments, please add it to the area uh, so I can reply back as soon as is possible. Thank you and have a great day.